Driver here. Do a little corn update here. This is the 4-acre field that I no-tilled back on the 26th of May, and I got half of it planted that day, and then I finished up on the 30th of May. And I haven't been back in here since I planted, or since the 4th. I did a 4th of July update in here. So let's walk through here a little bit and see what this looks like. A lot of decent looking corn in here. Some of it's short, some of it's tall, but a lot of it has nice ears on it at least. Today, by the way, is September 2nd, Sunday, day before Labor Day. I put a video up this morning and I'm doing a little bean update. So I thought maybe I'd just catch a corn update while I'm at it. This half of the field I'm in was the later planted. This is actually take 2 on this. I tried to make a video in here on my phone and I screwed it up, so try and redo this. I'm trying to find, I opened up one of these ears somewhere. I gotta find it. I wanted to see what some of this stuff looked like. And the one I opened up was just starting to dent. I'm probably not gonna be able to find a dumb thing. Anyhow, it was a really nice ear. Of course, it was in a spot where, ooh, that's nasty. Some kind of blight. Might as well just pull that out of there. The ear I opened up was 22 kernels around and about 32 kernels long. And in all the years I've been doing this and checking corn and whatnot, I've never found a ear that big around. I've found some 20s, but never a 22. I don't remember where that was. I'm probably never going to find it. But anyhow, a lot of nice ears. I don't know what happened here. Why that one's tipped down. Probably deer or something tugging at it. There is some raccoon damage down here in the headland. So we'll walk back through. This corn's about 8 to 9 feet tall. There is taller in here and there is shorter, but as far as ears go, there's nice ears on some of the shorter also, as well as the taller. I like the shorter better just because there's less fodder to get rid of come harvest, or after harvest, come planting next year. This will be, if everything goes right, I'd like to no-till this to beans next year. And we'll see how that works. Anyhow, let me get out of this mess. This is like walking through a thick forest. There's some bare spots in here. Of course, when I did the video, there's some raccoon or deer damage. When I did the 4th of July video, there was some spots that they ran down when they put the nitrogen in here, or finished putting nitrogen in. They did it in 2 passes. Split application this year on this. 10 gallon at, when they sprayed, here's the raccoon damage. 10 gallon at post-emerge spray time, and then another 30 gallons at side dress time. And it was side dress probably a little late. It needed to be done sooner, but weather was a factor and whatnot. So, but there's a lot of nice ears in here. There's a lot of small ears too, but there's a lot of nice ears. This coon damage is just kind of disheartening because it just makes a mess for the, when you come through with the corn head. If you get into that, it just tangles up. And but there's, I'll tell you what, we'll just crack this one open. This is about 6 or 8 rows in from the edge. Of course, it doesn't have competition on this side now. That's a nice fat ear. Kind of long too. I don't know if this will hurt the ear or not, but we'll open it up. It's just, not even all the kernels are dented, just probably not even half of them, but I'll count this around 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Looks like that one's 16 around. It seemed bigger than that. It's probably, once everything dries, it'll shrink also. But yeah, like I say, that one I found was 22 around and 32 kernels long. I don't know. Let's count. Kind of come down here somewhere. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34 maybe. Somewhere in the 34 range long. Not bad. It's not gonna bust the bins this year, but hopefully it won't be too bad. And then see like that. I don't know what happened there, but that stalk just, something knocked it over, it seems like, or a worm, army worms or something in that root system and cut that off, or I don't know what. Let's see, work my way back out here again. Anyhow, these headlands were put in the first day, and then half the field, the half behind me, and then this half up here along the yard was 4 days later. But I don't really notice much of a difference between it. This area down here, they jockeyed around a little bit when they sprayed or side dressed, so but like this stalk, take for instance, you know, it's only not much taller than I am. There's 2 nice ears on there. It's kind of in a cluster of corn. What I've noticed from my own personal experience, when I plant, a lot of times I like to start on the headland and then get the headland done, 3 or 4 passes, however many, and then when I start along the edge of the field, I'll overlap that. Well, sometimes that'll kind of screw you, as you get dry spells and whatnot, and you get that corn overlapped. It'll grow tall, but there won't be an ear on it. It's like it's too much competition. This field I didn't do too bad. I might have overlapped a little bit of this in there a little bit, but on the ends here it's pretty much straight out to the end, and it seems like those ears thrive a little more. But anyhow, that's kind of a little bit here what's going on. I'll walk down along this edge a little bit. Like I say, this was put in 4 days later down through here in that little chunk straight ahead. But it doesn't look too bad. Let's say you get in there a few rows and that corn's 10 feet tall, but the ears are decent ears in there, seems like. Some of these are a little smaller. This is kind of a wet spot in here too, so that might have hurt it a little bit. That and being a little later, maybe I don't know, you wouldn't think 4 days would make much of a difference, but here you get into, up in here, there's some nice ears in here. Some small ears, these are pretty small here. But it'll make something. Oh, I know why. I went along the end, and then to fill in the gap in between, I got some of this doubled up, because this is planted way thick. So I actually overlapped a few rows, I think was the way it worked out. That's probably why these ears are smaller. See, that's what I'm saying. When you overlap that stuff, that there's too much competition, and you would think thicker would be better, but it really isn't. Sometimes thicker's worse. So yeah, that corn got really, really tall there. Really tall. 10 feet plus to the top of the tassel. But yeah, it's not looking too bad. I'll be kind of interested in getting in here and shelling this later in a couple of months or whenever it's going to be. I'll be honest with you, between the no-till and the till, I'm about 50-50. I got a couple, like 1 or 2 extra acres on the no-till versus what I plowed and worked, and I can't tell a difference. If I was to take you to every field and show you, you wouldn't be able to tell what was tilled and what wasn't. It all looks pretty much the same. So and then you save a little money with the no-till on fuel, and you don't have to run over the field 4 times, just once. So I'll be certainly going to be looking into more no-till in the future. But this end is real short, but man, those ears are really nice. Really nice. So anyhow, that's pretty much that. I want to thank Vieser Cattle for the shout out on a video he posted this morning. Thank you, Ben. Thank you for the kind words. That's a great channel to watch. I've been watching Ben for a couple of months now, and really good guy, really good content. So if you haven't checked him out, check him out. And as soon as I can find my key, I'm gonna get going. So anyhow, thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.